Hello, friends. I, Rohini, welcome you to another Subconscious Saturday. So, today we are going to look at yet another story. There were four blind people, and all of them had heard a lot about an elephant. They had heard a lot of stories about it, how strong an elephant is, how huge an elephant is, and so many things about an elephant. Now, they wanted to find out, they wanted to feel the elephant for their own, on their own. So one day they ask one of their friends who can see to take them to see an elephant. So the friend says, "Okay, no problem. I'll take you to an elephant which is pretty tame and he won't harm you and all that." So all four of them are very happy, and they start on their journey to see this elephant. Now, one blind man, he reaches out to the elephant's trunk. He feels the trunk that it's huge, it's very long, and it's like a it's pretty wobbly. It keeps on moving and shaking like a rope, like a really thick rope. So he comes and declares that an elephant is like a huge rope, keeps on swinging in all directions. All right. The second blind man comes and says, he reports to this friend who had taken them to see the elephant. So when he asks, "What do you think of it? What do you how did you find the elephant?" He says, I think the elephant is more like a huge pillar." Now this man had gone and felt his leg. So he thought that this elephant was like a huge pillar. Now the third blind man came and reported, "The elephant is pointed, a little curvy, and very, very hard." He went and touched his tusks, and that's what he thought, that the elephant was all about his tusks. And the last person, the fourth person, he came back and reported that the elephant has a very thin rope, like it is like a thin rope with a little bush at the end of it. So he had gone and touched its tail. So all these people, in their own way, had touched the same thing. It was the elephant. They had touched and felt the same animal, the elephant, but from their own perceptions, in their own way, from their own understanding. Now they cannot see the whole elephant. So whatever they felt, whatever they touched, they could only feel that. And that's how, for them in their own head, that's how the elephant was. Are they wrong? Probably not. Now, I would like to ask you one thing. What is the color of this book that I'm holding up for you? What is the color of this book? White? We agree on that? Okay. If you ask me, I would say no. I wouldn't agree with you. Why? Because the color of the book, as I see it, is this. So the point of this entire exercise and this story, my dear friends, is our point of views change. How one person views a particular thing may be different from how the other person views. Are they wrong? No, they're both right. So this book, from my side, it was black. From your side, it was white. So we are all right. So what are these point of views, or what are these pre-assumptions that we make about each other? I would today like to discuss this, my dear friends. So sometimes while growing up, I had this thing that I'm not very good at maths, and it was validated in everything. Like in the very first subconscious session, we decided about the thermostat. So I had decided my maths is not good. So obviously my maths was absolutely bad. Till one day, A teacher took interest in teaching me maths, simplified it. She gave me so much importance, and she taught me with love. And wherever I struggled, some of my friends pitched in to help me out. And when a friend teaches you, you listen. You're more receptive to your friends and good teachers who inspire you. So, what happened is, by the time I was in 10th, that is the glory of my life in the maths department. So, in my algebra paper, I scored 71 out of 75 because I lost the fourth question to one sum which I knew the entire paper was correct, and the last sum was 25 upon 25 I wrote is equal to 0 instead of 1, and that's the reason I lost my 4 marks. So how did this transformation happen? A person who had decided that she does not like maths, how could she score almost full marks in maths? Lost only because of excitement. This transformation happens, my dear friends, because sometimes whatever we have assumed beforehand can be only changed out of inspiration or desperation. So, in my maths story, it was inspiration. Sometimes we are literally pushed up to a wall where we have to change our assumptions and take action out of desperation. So today's video is going to be more of stories, and many stories from my life. I hope you like them, because my dear friends, whose experiences can I really come from? My own experiences, right? And the right way for all of us to really test every theory is to put it to test. Please don't even believe me. Please believe only your own assumptions. Please put your assumptions to test. Whatever I'm sharing with you, please put it to test in your own life and then arrive at a decision. And then, my friends, then you will be definitely able to transform your own life. So, my story of desperation. So, when we were living in Noida, we have in Delhi and NCR has a monkey menace. So there are like these huge groups of monkeys you can find in the entire neighborhood, and they sometimes can really harm you. Um, so one of these days, on one early February morning, when the weather in Delhi is very pleasant. So my daughter was 5 years old then, and I had a broken ankle and a limp. So I was walking with a limp, and that one day early morning we decided to take a walk in a park, um, which was in the middle of all the societies surrounding it. So it was like in this huge plus sign. So there were a lot of people walking around, and in the early morning they were all walking around. So towards 8, even that was supposed to be our last round as well, and towards 8 everybody was starting to wane away, the people in the park. Now there was this group of about 12-15 monkeys sitting right in the center of the park, and the gates were closer to them, closer to one. There was this one side which was closer to the gates, and there was this one longer side where we were, my daughter and I, and she was 5 years old, like I said, and luckily we were wearing sports shoes. Now there were some naughty youngsters, pranksters, who came and pelted stones at those monkeys. They were also enjoying the morning sun peacefully. Everyone was very peaceful, doing their own thing. Now, when they were pelted with the stones and these boys ran away, the monkeys, I could see them from the distance. You know how the entire scene unfolds in front of your eyes? I could see that they are angry. They want to vent their anger on someone. They look around themselves. They see this mother and small daughter duo in the corner of the park. The gate is pretty far from us, and that entire group of monkeys starts coming towards us. My daughter, who's 5, senses the danger. She hugs me tight to my stomach. and she starts screaming on top of her lungs. Now, I, as her mother, I wanted to protect her, and I'm watching the monkeys come. Now, the very first monkey almost came, and he would have just held my daughter's ankle, and with my leg I literally kicked him so far that it hurtled quite a distance. By that time my daughter had gone behind my back, and by the time I turned, another monkey from behind was almost going to attack her. And till then, the next strategy that just came to my mind is just pull my daughter up and start moving her like a, moving her, and with her I would have started going in circles so that we could both save each other, because both of us were wearing sports shoes, so they could have, helped us for a while. So that was the survival instinct in me that was acting. But by that time, a lot of people had heard my daughter's screams, and a lot of people came with a huge group of people came and came to our rescue and all that. Now, the reason behind telling you this story, my dear friends, is my daughter went home. We came home for almost an hour. She did not speak up, and I was scared. I thought maybe she was really, this particular incident has done some damage to her morale or something like that. So I was really worried for her. So I was trying to make her talk. The first thing that she said when she opened her mouth is, she said, "Mama, you were not scared." She said, "You can't even run because I couldn't even walk." And my language, my dear friends, at that time, during that time, when my daughter was this young, was continuously, "I can't do this. I can't play with you because of my ankle. I can't do this because of this. I can't do that because of my ankle." So I can't was my language at that time. And that is what I totally believed in. And today, only the reason why I'm sharing this with you is, if you wish, you can pause this video right now and write down, what is your pre-assumption? What have you assumed that you can't? What have you assumed in your own lives, my dear friends, that you can't? Because that day, in that situation of desperation, my dear friends, I found my life back. I found my daughter's trust in me. She had literally thought that my mother will not be able to save us because she cannot even walk, she cannot even run. And I have a bunch of monkeys to thank for re-establishing my daughter's faith in me and re-establishing my own faith in me, showing me another way. And that is the day, my dear friends, I really challenged myself. I thought, if I can do this, and I don't know why I wasn't scared, because when you are a mother, perhaps, and when you have a child on your hand, that is probably what is called the motherly instinct. However, my friends, that day taught me some powerful lessons. So we act out of inspiration or desperation. I truly hope that this video turns out to be an inspiration for you. You do not wait till you reach a desperation situation in your lives, my dear friends. So today I would really like you to really go with the exercise which I've just shared with you. Please make a note of what all assumptions do you have. We always have a lot of assumptions about a lot of things. We all have a lot of point of views about a lot of things. Many a times they're black and white. Let us give them the possibility of different shades of gray in between, or maybe some streaks of colors as well. You never know. We might just be surprised that there might be some streaks of color as well between black and white. So my dear friends, I hope this video has been instrumental in adding some value in your lives. I hope you like it. If you do, and if you think this story that I've shared in this video might help to encourage somebody you know, please share it with them. Please do comment and let me know how it has helped you, or please let me know about your stories. I'm sure each of us has wonderful stories and I would love to hear them. And thank you so much, like always, for personally messaging me, encouraging me, appreciating me, giving me so many ideas and so many topics. One by one, I will be taking them all. So we have answering your questions on Thoughtful Tuesdays, the Hindi videos on Gehen Gurwar on Thursdays, and this is the Subconscious Saturday. So we will be diving deep into our own subconscious mind, really investigating, really finding, diving deep into our own selves to find out the kind of treasures we have hidden deep, 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 deep within ourselves, and bringing them out, my dear friends. So until we meet again, please keep shining with loads of love and a sprinkle of stardust. Rohini, thank you.